I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Xavier Cardell joins us. Hello.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, I am Xavier Cardell, PT. I am a demonic Yakuza boss. With a penchant for chaos. I like playing like a variety of like games and stuff. You can usually find me playing like action RPGs and stuff. I am a pretty like judge-free streamer. So if you are looking for like a safe space for anything, I welcome everyone. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. I see some of the games that you've been playing recently. Of course, Yakuza 6.
Yes.
I'm not surprised at that one whatsoever. But also Shadow Warrior and the Fallout series. Did you get into the
Yes.
Fallout series when the series came back on television?
I actually when I got into the Fallout series, I've been into the Fallout series since like I was very young. I remember playing Fallout 3 like all night back in like middle school
Yeah.
in like this giant tube TV.
Oh my.
Yeah, like that's like that's how how long I've been into the Fallout series.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how that would even work. I'm old enough to where we had to run things off the tube TV. so,
Oh
so
yeah.
I know how that goes, but I don't know how that would look on a I know how it looks on a regular computer screen now, but back then it probably was pretty amazing looking. Um,
It,
so
it was pretty good.
you've been doing the Fallout series for a while. When did you actually get started on the VTubing?
Um, VTubing, I got started about. It's been it hasn't been too long. It's actually been. It hasn't even been a year yet. I don't know how many months, but it's been quite a few months. I started just as like this faceless kind of streamer.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I kind of like had the realization. I was like, oh, you know, I could like become like a VTuber
Mm-hmm.
and like still like show like the expressions and like the emotions while also continuing to be like visually anonymous.
Yeah.
So
So that really appealed to you, the semi anonymity of having an avatar.
yeah, it's at least for like streaming and stuff.
Mhm.
Cause outside of streaming, I'm not too like worried about like anonymity.
Mhm.
I've done face reveals on like Twitter with like trends and stuff.
Right.
But for like streaming and stuff, I like to keep strict like to like the VTuber.
To the code,
Yeah,
the VTuber code of silence.
the VTuber code of just like anime.
Yeah. Well, I could see that. Why did you get started in the first place? Are you always wanted to be a performer?
Yeah, I remember back in like high school, I wanted to be like an actor.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, like things kind of took a turn and I was like, okay, that's probably not gonna be like the most realistic option.
Well,
And I was like, what is the easiest way I can entertain people? Like without having to like go to like without like how do I say this? Like basically just like the easiest way to like entertain people without like
Yeah.
having to spend like months and months and months before even getting
Yeah.
like the chance to shine. And so I was like, oh, streaming. It's free
Yeah.
and I can like play video games. I can kind of do what I want and still have that creative freedom to like entertain people and like make people smile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's
that's
cool.
basically what I want.
So you're basically able to fulfill uh, what you wanted to do without having to move somewhere where you have you have better opportunities, but still not great opportunities,
Yeah.
and you don't have to lift up and carry yourself and take your whole life with you somewhere, and you can still entertain people.
Yeah. That's because like with me like I if I just make one person smile, I've fulfilled my job. It it always warms my heart when like people like tell me uh that they like are like they like appreciate like what I do
Mm,
and they like are thankful for the safe space that I create
yeah.
because like I never thought myself as someone who I'm a very like it's kind of like what's the word
Um.
like imposter syndrome in
Oh,
which
okay.
like I don't like kind of see myself as like that big
Yeah.
of like an influence until people actually say it like oh yeah
Yeah.
I guess I am doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Imposter syndrome is a good way to put it. I think. I don't know. I guess you have to have a diagnosis for that, and I'm certainly no doctor, so I'm not going to do that. But but I can understand what you're talking about, and it's got to be pretty amazing knowing that you do have that kind of influence on folks, and you have helped them out in their life experiences.
It's honestly it I remember there was one time I I actually ended up like getting like very emotional
Hmm.
cause like people like one of the chatters was just like going on about like how like thankful they were
Hmm.
and how like I helped them get from their day to day and I'm like oh I love you guys.
It got you right in the feels.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, and it's good.
cause like my audience isn't too large, but it's very strong, and
Mm,
I appreciate them
yeah,
a lot. I love my fans.
that's it. That's you whatever happens from here on out, you've built yourself a great base, and
Hmm.
these are the folks that'll come back, and like I've talked to other folks before, they're not coming back for the games you're playing. They're coming back because you're doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and no matter what your background is, when you realize that's happening, that's that's got to turn some lights on in your head. Like, oh, I mean, I'm really being accepted for what I am at this point.
yeah, and like that that's like it. I don't know how to explain it, but it just like it's like kind of like or like a shot like directly in the heart. It's like
Yeah,
ah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. But one that doesn't tear you apart. It builds you
like
up.
yeah,
Yeah, I can hear it in your
like
voice.
yeah. It's like I almost said like a Jenga tower.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's amazing when you realize that the type of effect that you do have, intended or not intended. I mean, while I'm sure you've wanted to build a safe space, um, you're not going into everybody's individual lives and figuring out what they need to help, but to realize
Yeah,
that just what you're doing is helping that one person so much. is so fulfilling.
It really is. It kind of makes me feel like everything, like starting was like worth it,
Mm-hmm.
because it was.
Mm. Was it?
And I guess it also like because it also kind of like doesn't like cross my mind that like it's like because it like also surprises me because like I tend to be very like humorous and chaotic
Mm-hmm.
in my streams, you know,
Yeah.
very like very energetic, bouncing off the walls, ADHD energy.
Yeah.
So, um, so like it just kind of like took me off guard, and I was like, oh,
It it really puts a wind beneath your wings, doesn't it?
yeah,
When it
it's like, um, it's like, uh, it's like when the Wright brothers flew the first plane, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand that completely. What was it? Was it a tough start for you when you started VTubing and you had your model out there? Was it easy for you to get started, or was it a little tough road to go?
Um, it was it was a slow road, but I think that's kind of how it is for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it was too hard
Mm-hmm.
per se. Um, at least in like the physical sense. In the monetary sense, it absolutely was because it was very, very expensive. But it's all been worth it, to kind
Yeah,
of entertain,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. And
I, I
it's
oh,
it really you get what you put into it, hopefully, and sounds like
yeah,
you've gotten a lot more than that right now.
yeah. I've I'm very lucky with like the things that I've gotten,
Mm.
you know.
Well, I mean, it's also talent involved there and
Yeah,
work. So I'll grant you the luck, but I'll also throw in those two for you. How about that? The
yeah.
now since you've been on and you've gotten a good core of people following you, I see that a couple of games that you've been playing involve more than one person. Have you been able to do some collaboration?
Yes, I have. I actually, one of the things that kind of got my start was this, it was like this weekly, um, collab. It was called, Daedra Create. It's on hiatus right now,
Mm-hmm.
but like that kind of introduced me to a bunch of people, and I've been able to like kind of like branch out from there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also I also do like a lot of like collabs with like friends I knew with before
Right.
like starting streaming.
Yeah.
Um, that's actually what I did like when I first started and I didn't really know anybody in the field. I was like, "Hey, you guys want to play this game with me?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'd love to."
Mm. I think it's a smart
Um,
way to do things. I don't know if enough folks realize that they can do that. Your friends don't necessarily have to be streamers, but
yeah,
they're along with you for the ride. And not only do they get to have some fun by streaming when they're not actually streaming, but you get to show other people how you other people who might eventually collaborate with you that you are good in a collaboration.
yeah, and I love collaborating with people because I like being able to like bounce back and forth with people and stuff.
Well,
In fact, when I do solo streams, uh, that like for like single player games,
mhm.
sometimes I'll just be sitting in VC and I'll have like one or to, or like even more of like my friends just kind of watching and just like we're all just talking and just like having a great time, kind of reacting to the game.
That's
In
cool.
fact, like one of my most beloved like streaming memories is actually from that. I remember I was playing Fallout New Vegas.
Mm. One of my favorites.
And I was oh yeah, I love Fallout New Vegas. And we were playing my least favorite DLC, um, Dead Money,
Yeah,
and
I do hate
I
that
just
one.
kept dying
I hate
over and over.
I don't like that one at all.
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
After I beat it, I was like, I'm never playing this again.
Well,
I beat it to say I beat it, and I'm never touching this thing ever again. If I play another New Vegas playthrough, never again.
no,
It will stay untouched.
no. I can
Um,
max out without ever going there. I just don't
yeah.
need it. And even if I'm maxed out, I go in there and die immediately. So it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, I learned from one of my friends that in order to beat Dead Money, you actually have to go there at like a super low level. I think I was when I beat Dead Money, in order to make it playable, because the enemies like scale and stuff,
Oh well.
I was at I was at level 4
Mm. Well, jeez.
when I yeah, no, it was actually it wasn't that bad.
Mm,
I was like, because the first time I played, I was like at level 30 or something, and I was
right.
like, this is hell on earth.
Yes, it is. I just don't. I didn't enjoy it at all. I enjoyed all the other ones, but oh
Oh
man,
yeah.
that was too much. I don't even mind being up in a spaceship shooting things, but I don't want to do that. I have to go and run around the mountain shooting fake scorpions, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. But I remember just like playing that, and every time I died, one of my friends would, because I wasn't streaming it, I wasn't able to stream it at the time on Discord,
Mhm.
just because of like internet constraints,
Mhm.
because I didn't have like an Ethernet cable at the time. But uh every time one of my friends would play this like reverb fart sound effect, but because they were like watching through the Twitch stream, it'd be slightly delayed, and it was so funny.
That does sound like it'd be funny.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
I love moments like that.
Well, it did sound like that it's really become a really positive part of your life,
Yeah,
VTubing as a whole. Do you have any long-term goals for your channel right now?
I guess um long-term goals. To be honest, like even at like my debut, I never really set much goals. I've kind of been, because I'm such a go with the flow person.
Hmm.
Also, I'm just really forgetful. I I like kind of play things by ear and just kind of go things small goal at a time. I guess if I had to choose a big goal, um, it would be just to like reach like Twitch partner
Hmm.
or something.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be nice. Yes.
it would be nice.
Hmm.
Or like just like reach like a larger audience
Mm.
so I could make like even more people smile,
Yeah. Well, it sounds
you
like
know?
you're kind of growing organically. I mean, the folks who are coming in are coming in to stay, and by collaborating with folks, you're reaching more people, and hopefully that's building you up. Um,
Yeah.
and that may be a better way to build a good foundation for you.
Yeah, and it's built like a very good foundation because like even like my other like streamer friends like will like come in occasionally because you know,
Hmm.
like because like people, I guess I am entertaining to people,
I got
you
you to
know.
admit it. Got you to admit it. It took a while, but I got your arm behind your back and made you admit it. But it really it's true that they're coming back for you, and that's hopefully that
Yeah.
heartens you up as you do this. But here's a question for you. As
Hmm.
as much as you have wanted to help other people with your streams, what has this done for you as a person? It gives it
It's
what is this outlet for you? What how does it help you out?
for me, it's actually helped me be a bit more social and like kind of like build up my like communication skills and
Mm-hmm.
like talking more
Mm-hmm.
because you would never like watching my streams, you would never know this, but when I'm not streaming and I'm just playing a video game, I'm so quiet. I'm I'm a very like just like quiet like stay to myself kind of person, and
Mm-hmm.
this has kind of helped me like kind of get out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
to like talk to people more.
Mm-hmm. Has it helped?
It's easier.
Has it?
It's easier because it's like on like a digital platform and I'm not looking someone in the eyes.
Oh yeah,
But
that does make a
um
difference. But
but it has helped with that too.
yeah, it has crossed over into your personal life a little bit.
Yeah, because I found it like much easier to like speak with people
Mm-hmm.
like since starting streaming.
Good,
Um
and it's good to know that it's helping you out too, more than just a hobby and helping other people. It
yeah.
it's is it sort of an escape for you?
Uh I don't know if I'd say it's an escape per se. I never really thought of it as an escape, more as just me having fun,
Mm.
you know. I To be completely honest, there are days when I'm just like, man, I kind of just want to stream now because I find streaming so fun. It's like it's basically like like I almost said like playing a game, but it is literally playing a game.
Right, but
But
it's also become a big part of your life.
yeah,
Well, and a big let's see if I'm not going to use escape as the word, but a a safe place for you as well, maybe.
yeah,
Wow,
say that. It is kind of like a safe place
wow,
for me now that like I think about it.
wow.
Because I am because like my fans know this, um, and I make this pretty well known, but like I am like a queer content creator,
Mm-hmm.
and I live in an area where it is not exactly like most people are accepting, but there are still those people who are like kind of like pitchforks and torches.
Hmm. At the very least,
Um,
side eye anyway. Yeah, imagine. Yeah.
yeah, and just like the laws and stuff. So it is kind of good to be able to like go online and like have that bit of
Freedom.
what's the word? Freedom, I guess, but also like affirmation.
Hmm. I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The unfortunate part is that you had to go here to get it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I do have like some like IRL like support systems and
mhm.
stuff. It's mostly it's mostly actually like personal family that I'm like that I have to be kind of like in the closet, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah, that's not something that I had to deal with. I've had to deal with in my life. I can't empathize with you, but I can sympathize with you. It can't be easy.
Yeah.
And I've had friends and family have go through that sort of thing, and it's no matter how it turns out, it's always traumatic, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Uh, but the fact that you've been able to pass along the comfort area to other people and find an area for yourself as well makes this entire thing well worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And also, like, through streaming, I've been able to, like, kind of, like, give, like, a voice to, like, like, queer people like me.
Mm.
So, some, like, little, like, I almost said little trans kid, but, like, I'm an 18 plus streamer.
Wow.
So, no. Some, uh,
Some
little trans college kid,
mm,
uh,
well,
uh,
someone who's
yeah,
finding their way yet,
yeah,
and trying to come to. I can't even I don't can't even imagine everything that goes into that sort of thing. It's beyond my comprehension. But anybody who thinks that any of that is easy or is just like some you wake up one day and flip a card and say, yeah, I'm going to do this, they're out of their cotton picking minds. It's ridiculous,
yeah,
and it involves and folks who are going through that need a lot of support, and I hope that you're getting that you've gotten that,
yeah,
and you're helping other people get that, which is amazing. It's really a great thing that you're able to do for these folks.
yeah. And also through this, I've also been able to like meet other queer content creators
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like, and like going back to like collabing and stuff. It's also not just giving like a voice to like like my labels and stuff, but also like theirs as well
Mm-hmm.
by being able to spread it to a larger audience, you
Yeah.
know?
It sounds
And
it's really it's great what you're doing, and I really hope that you're able to continue to grow, continue to provide that safe place for everybody while making them laugh and then having them enjoy themselves,
yeah,
because we need a lot more of that everywhere. That's my little political message of the day.
yeah,
Everywhere we do need it. Xavier, I do appreciate you coming on. And letting us know about what's going on with you and your channel. We're going to have the links for what you're doing in the description for the interview. And I hope once you get some big things going, more big things going with your channel, you let us know, and we'll have you back and update everybody.
yeah.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.